And we're live. How's everybody doing? Happy Saturday, everybody. Um, got a special edition review tonight. I'll introduce my panel members. We got Bumpy Road Brewery. We got miscellaneous brew reviews. I guess I should put the banners up, but you all know who they are. But tonight we'll be reviewing from Dogfish Head. It is the Utopias Barrel Aged Worldwide Stout. So sitting at 17.3% ABV on this one. So this is Dogfish does the regular worldwide stout, which is about, I think it's about 17. Or no, they rate it from like 15 to 20%, but most of the ones I've had, I think, are about 17 range, 18.
Does yours really say 17.3?
Oh, I looked it up. It doesn't say it on the bottle.
That's the information I could find.
Yeah.
Mine says it right on the bottle, 17.2.
Really?
Yeah,
Mine doesn't.
Right underneath the stout.
Oh, no,
Mine says
mine
12
doesn't.
fluid ounces, age as well.
Yeah, mine just says age as well and 12 fluid ounces. Unless it says it on the side.
Here you go. It's got an OG on it.
On the side of that, I don't think it has anything either. Unless it...
Huh, that's strange that we have different
Yeah, that's weird.
labels.
Maybe it tastes different.
Yeah. My OG is 31.62 Plato.
That's what mine is.
Yeah. Doesn't even say it on
So
the neck,
it's
so
17.2.
17.2, yeah. 17.2, 7, yeah. So,
Maybe you got
guess
last year.
we'll crack it open and do it all together and see.
One, two.
There's sense in going around and
Oh, there was a hiss. That's good. I was worried about this bottle. God damn, I could smell it from here.
yeah.
It's not as dark on the pour.
No,
It's very
like a real dark brown.
All fits into the glass. I got the Sam Adams
I got the
glass.
Dogfish one. Mine dissipated pretty quick on.
Yeah, kind of you'd say
ours
maybe a
looks
light
good.
tan, khaki colored head. Kind of rocky head. Bubbles are kind of medium on mine.
This shit is rocky and it's fading quick, boys.
Yeah. Oh, you can see that. I can kind of see those alcohol legs on the side. Woo.
Oh yeah,
Charles could
Yep,
see
definitely.
this. It just stays.
I get big like chocolate covered plum notes.
Yeah, like some figs. It's very
Yeah,
get some roastiness a little bit, but definitely alcohol.
You did it. Cask chocolate.
Very dark. I mean, when I poured it, like Miscellaneous was saying, it looked like it was going to be pretty light, but maybe like a really dark brown in the very bottom of this glass, and then it's other.
now the Utopias barrels themselves, they were once cognac barrels, correct?
That or brandy.
Oh yeah, you can see
Yeah.
light through it. Right in the center, I got the purple light.
Oh yeah, yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's still pretty dark. Yeah, picking up like
a little bit of a burn from the nostrils in mine. Do you guys get that? That's like
Yeah,
Burn.
yeah, it's almost like a spicy and hot like alcohol burn a little bit in the nostrils for me.
I've wrecked myself when it comes to these kind of beers. So, I mean, I had some 13 percenters that smelled boozier than this
John. Bumpy was.
not too long ago.
Yeah, overall it doesn't have a bad smell. I mean, I'm only picking up on a couple different notes out of it, but
I definitely get that cask that
Yeah,
It's it's barrel aged. So Utopia.
Yeah,
Is it
there's a little
supposed
bit
to
of
have
like
like
an oakiness or something.
sherry in it? Sherry cask?
Mm-hmm. There's no. Well, this one is from 2020, so there's a description for it. But when you look up the 2021 for like Untapped or whatever, there's no description. But just
See,
says
that's
dark, rich, roasty, and complex for the most part.
Yeah.
Not much.
see, but that was like what I was saying is before we went live. Is so you got to figure this beer's probably been in the cask probably what 6 to 12 months.
Yeah.
So that and I would very seriously doubt that this is from this year's Utopia batch, because all those barrels will be used as probably, I don't know. I would.
Do you get the beer geekery info? The experience of drinking Utopias is often described as ritualistic, rare, and often rumored about in the darkest corners of the beer community.
Yeah, that's the one that was on Untapped. But
Yeah.
that's the 2021.
Yeah, they say roasty. I say rich. It's definitely rich, but the
Yeah.
roastiness, it's not really super roasty to me. Maybe a little bit of a roasted malt in there, but
Yeah.
I think it's that kind of
Definitely
it's that
get
dark
some-
fruit like plum, fig,
Yeah.
with lots of
Raisin.
chocolate. Yeah.
Picking up a little bit, like I get a little bit of vanilla, maybe there's like a sweetness coming out of there.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm like torn between. It's definitely in the rum, like raisin plum, somewhere in there, because it's definitely not prune. They do say stewed fruit, but
It pairs well with soup, chicken, barbecue ribs.
It looks like cake or something, or some
Cake,
some
yeah.
sort of or some sort of dessert type. But that's interesting. Chicken for something like this, I could see. I guess I'd see more of a steak, but that might be a little too rich having a steak and something like this. But
They got the ribs. They show the barbecue ribs on it. So.
oh yeah, that actually might be pretty good. Ribs and like a barbecue.
Right. We're gonna wait for miscellaneous to get back.
Yeah.
We're drinking now.
And we get to give a taste on it.
Dang it, miscellaneous! I've waited long enough.
Yeah, you definitely smell that alcohol.
Yeah.
17% definitely comes through. That's interesting that yours has the actual ABV on it, but these ones do not.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if you guys got where you're down south. If you got this from Dogfish Head, and I wonder if mine possibly came from,
Sam Adams
up north. Yeah.
I mean, it could be, but that'd be kind of weird. But yeah, I mean, it could. But so you guys ready? Ready to drink it?
Ready. Cheers.
Cheers.
You get that, like there's like a
It's stout.
syrupy. That's gonna be the. I've never had cognac or the what's that fruited one that you brandy. Yeah, it's got this kind of fruity alcoholic flavor with a lot of like kind of that oakiness right up front.
I get some sweetness kind of up on the front of mine, like a bit vanilla.
It's almost like a maple syrup or some type of a syrup type deal going on.
You can kind of feel it going down in my chest too after that.
You definitely get
sure.
a warming.
It definitely drinks like a big beer.
I'd say probably about medium body. I mean, it's not super full.
I'd say medium thin.
Mm-hmm.
Carbonation level, kind of lower side, medium.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely has a punch.
Gassy, dude.
What's that?
Do you guys get the Robitussin?
Like the alcohol, like it's just like it like evaporates on the palate, and it, oh, dude.
I get kind of like a cherry Robitussin with that burn going down.
Yeah.
At for the finish.
What up, Joey?
I definitely get the coffee. There's a roastiness, and it's on the finish after the palate dries out, kind of for me. Vanilla plays well with that coffee.
See, I'm not really getting too much coffee. I'm getting more like vanilla.
It's not. It's very light.
Yeah.
Like I said, once you sip it and you kind of like your palate starts to dry out and you're breathing, I can almost...
Yeah, like on the back end.
Lingering like aromas and flavors. I don't know. Like
yeah, the chocolate's a little bit different on the palate than in the aroma for me. It's like a darker chocolate.
Yeah.
Than versus being very sweet.
God damn.
You definitely get the alcohol.
Yeah.
I guess this is about as close as we're going to get to drinking the actual Utopia.
Yeah.
And goddamn, if it 28% on that.
Mm.
Yeah, you definitely know it's a high ABV beer.
No doubt.
It smacks you in the face. Not for the faint of heart on this one. Trying to see. Oh, there's that. Yeah, look at that sheen on the. You can kind of see it.
Like you guys said, it does initially come off sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Sticky.
I'll give you a wrench, Joan. Hold on.
You don't need a wrench.
Yeah.
Cost you $1.
Right. Yeah. Sweetness up front, then you get those dark fruits.
I could see where you almost go maple syrup.
Yeah.
And it kind of, you know what this kind of reminds me of a little bit on the flavor on the front. I think it does have a similar, like a CBS kind of kick to it. Just not as heavy with the maple. You get that sweet, you get a little bit of the coffee, you get the vanilla. Very mild on the roast. Not as robust as I would have thought. But it does have like a breakfast stout kind of thing going for it.
Yeah, on the back end.
The other thing too is this one, like my palate's sticky. Like it's a little bit sticky. It kind of makes my throat a little bit clammy in the back of the tongue and everything. So even though it's kind of that thinner, medium body feel, it has that kind of syrupy stickiness, that residue that gets left behind.
For sure. Well,
now, do you think it would? You think it would change the flavors if it would not change the flavors? But how do you think it'd be if it was like full body, like a thick stout?
I think it would be harder to drink.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it would kind of get stuck in your. I think it would get stuck in your throat there, and you wouldn't be able to swallow it as quickly. So
with such a high ABV too.
Yeah. This is definitely a slow sipper. Anyways, this is a really good. If you feel like drinking a beer for like an hour, maybe 2 hours, if you want to just sit on it, this is one that it has plenty of flavors going through.
It is. It's not as viscous as I would have thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. That smacks you in the face for sure. Definitely.
You get a bit of the sticky lip.
John A, Josh A, and Mark A, yeah.
Lots of A's.
All the A's.
Would you drink 2 of these back to back?
If they didn't cost so damn much.
You'd be having a good night, I guess, if you wanted to end your night pretty well.
I'd be 2 beer clear after that.
Yeah.
Well, there's one that I've heard about. It's called Heaven and Hell, where you mix a 120 with a worldwide stout. It's a black and tan. I haven't tried it yet, but I would want to try it equal parts. But be interesting. Be expensive black and tan.
It would definitely be the most expensive black and tan we could probably ever drink.
Yeah. $80 or 80 some bucks for 2 4-packs.
$25 for 2 bottles and one drink.
Oh man. Yeah.
I'm not speechless, but this is definitely something unique and different. We've definitely had our fair share of some barrel aged stuff, and I've had stuff up in this same ABV range, but this one kind of hits different.
Yeah.
Like the way the alcohol is presented, it's just like I said, as soon as you sip it and you can like have your mouth closed, you can open it, you can like feel those vapors in there. Like I said, it's almost like can like vapor lock you if you breathe that shit in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm gonna pour the last little bit.
Somebody woke up.
So nobody here's had Utopias, right?
No.
Yeah, one of these years
Nope.
I'll break down and spend $200 to $250
Yeah.
and probably buy it and just look at it for a while.
Yeah.
Well, because I know they say the Utopia is pretty much a brandy because it's what, like 29-30% or something like that.
I think it's 20. I don't know what this year's was, but I think on average it's around 28%.
Cheers, Carlos. Thanks for stopping
Hey
by.
man, that's a good video of the beach too. Look beautiful over there.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, this one.
I lost my train of thought. What were you saying?
Oh, I'm just talking about the. What were we talking about? The
Utopia.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah,
brand.
that was the initial thing because they said this is the 2021 version, but I really started to think about it for a second, and there's no way that they could have cast this in the 2021 Utopia barrels.
No.
Wouldn't happen. So I would assume
previous years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be
It'd be interesting to see how it sits after a couple of years too.
I got one more and ain't doing nothing with it. It's gonna tuck that thing
unless they do, maybe they make the Utopias and then they bottle it and then let it set out for a year. So maybe the 2021's not actually made and bottled in 2021 type. It's made prior.
Yeah, but the thing is, are you picking up on cherry in this? Because that was their new addition this year to their Utopias was a large addition of cherries.
I get it like a Robitussin type cherry thing at the very finish. That's a alcohol burn, and it just reminds me of drinking Robitussin cherry.
Yeah.
Always with the medicine.
Take your medicine, kids.
That tastes like crap. Come on, Dio.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's garbage.
Go get you some.
Yeah.
Dio's just jealous.
It's a good investment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine what this would do if you let it sit around for 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, 3 to 5 is like the.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stick another sticker on this one and set it over there next to the CBS saying I'm drinking it too. I got 3 more left.
I don't even know if that would help it because honestly, my opinion, the flavor wise, it is pretty mellow and balanced and rounded. But there ain't no hide. There ain't no hiding that alcohol. I don't care how long that shit sits in that bottle.
Yeah. Well, maybe the Robitussin note for me would possibly go away though.
Fall off
for the finish. Yeah. So maybe the finish would be better. Maybe some more chocolate notes might find their way out. I could see vanilla and stuff like that kind of poking its head out a bit more as it ages. Kind of making that darker chocolate flavor in there a bit more on the sweeter side.
Yeah, because I've aged a worldwide and I've aged a 120 for like 3 to 5. And the 120, the alcohol mellowed out a little bit.
I had a 2017. It was 2018 120, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, the 120 or the
120.
Yeah.
It was just it was weird. I don't know.
Well,
it definitely didn't turn into a barley wine. I'll tell you that.
Well, that's what everyone says it is, but they call it like an imperial IPA or something like that. But it's a barley wine. you really break it down. I mean, um, the worst one that I had was not fruitful for it. Higher math. If anyone's had the higher math from Dogfish one, you're talking about Robitussin, Bumpy. That one was, I bought a 4-pack. I couldn't even finish one bottle. I think I just gave it away to people, but it was not good. It's like I think it does have.
If I ever get beer from you, it's because you didn't like it.
No. No.
No.
Well, they don't make it anymore, but
that's what Chatty is for.
what was that? I know it was like a cherry cask or let me see, higher math, but
I had that.
Not good.
Out of their Yellow Cap series, I've had Raisin the Extra, Fruitful Fort.
That one's good, dude. I like Raisin the Extra.
And this one.
Yeah.
And 120.
Oh, that's a strong ale. Higher math is a strong ale.
Yeah.
17%.
I've had my favorite beer from Dogfish Head was one that they discontinued, and it wasn't even that high of an ABV. I think it was like 7%, and it was their Noble Rot.
Oh yeah,
I heard good things about that.
Yeah, it was awesome.
They got rid of the Pablo.
I think that the type of grapes that they were using that were rotting went away or something.
Bumpy shit's probably it.
I hope, Carlos. Maybe one day. Not that cool.
That's the case. I'm gonna have to kill you.
Yeah, this is definitely a good nightcap sipper.
Oh, definitely. This is. You could probably split this bottle between two people, a 12-ounce bottle.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, this is more. I would not. I wouldn't suggest sitting down and probably getting drunk on this because
I wouldn't suggest going out to a pub and drinking a pint of this and then trying to drive home afterwards either.
No,
you can probably do it and be fine, but
yeah. Now I'm getting.
I think that if you get pulled over, they're gonna smell some alcohol on you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's like the alcohol in this thing.
Plus, you'd probably be paying crazy
vapors off of it.
Yeah, even when I put it up to my nose now, it kind of doesn't choke you, but you can smell it.
Yeah, have the aromas changed since you started drinking?
That fruit note has died down in the nose of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting a little more sweet.
A bit more sweeter.
But
see, I think the chocolate's starting to change in the aromas for me now. Now it's starting to go more dark.
But see, I do get that chocolate, and it's hard because it's got the vanilla in the barrel, and then it's Utopia. So I don't know. I've never had that, so it's kind of hard to make a judgment. But
yeah,
if there's any kind of chocolate, it's from the description. What they say, it was supposed to be like a dark chocolate. But
is that what they say?
Yeah,
like previous years or whatever.
Roasty. Well, it says dark, rich, roasty, and complex.
I don't really Bumpy was saying. I don't really get a lot of roastiness.
Yeah,
more rich.
I think Miscellaneous was picking up on more of the roast than I think either you or I were. But it depends on your palate too. So
yeah,
and it's not the barley. The roast that I'm picking up it's the coffee.
Yeah, like a coffee bean.
Very. It's light and mellow, and you do have to sift through this beer and get through the alcohol.
Yeah, that alcohol, even from the nose, you know it's gonna smack you in the face. But yeah, those vapors, that's the thing. Definitely a sipper.
Leather.
I was just looking for the leather. It was like with a beer like this large, it might be either leather or that tobacco note. Well, yeah, I'd say leather over tobacco.
Do you get like a molasses type taste or?
I was thinking of molasses, only because Miscellaneous was talking about like coffee instead of like the roast from like a roasted malt. but like a bit of a coffee flavor. So I was started to think about the coffee I've been buying from Dunkin' Donuts, which is their holiday blend, which has flavors of molasses. So
Yeah, I kind of
I
pick
could
up.
say not straight up like yes, pinpoint molasses, but I could say there is a nuance of some type of molasses. So a little bit of molasses, a little bit of leather. So as it's warming, I think the chocolate notes kind of changing a little bit. Some of the fruit notes, that plum, it's still there for me, that plum or fig, but it has died down just a little bit.
Yeah, you get more of the sweetness, even off the nose. I feel
Yeah.
like now you kind of get more sweetness than.
I think as my throat's getting numbed too, I'm starting to taste less of that kind of cherry Robitussin on the back end.
Yeah. Yeah, they.
It's almost like spraying your throat with that Novocaine spray.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You get that fuzzy feeling on your.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Good old.
Like if you have a strep throat or sore throat, you spray it. Yeah, numb it.
What?
We're gonna get Lep some of this stuff since he's been.
Oh yeah, that'll.
I don't think Mrs. Lep would like that too much.
That'll definitely.
This is like the equivalent of like a 6-pack of Mickey's. Well, maybe not that much, but
I mean, it's up.
This is definitely bold with the alcohol.
Yeah, I mean, the alcohol.
If you can get past that, the beer is fucking fantastic. It's balanced. It's well rounded. I think. I mean, it's not too much one way or the other, except for alcohol forward.
Yeah, but the alcohol, it's not destroying the beer. It's not like ruining it.
It's part of the ambiance of
it. It doesn't overpower the flavors in the beer though.
It's like if you're like drinking a whiskey or something. If you drink it, so at least for me, if I drink that like something like that straight, a lot of times I get that like alcohol burn and that kind of. It just makes me kind of do that. And if you like add something to it, like kind of water it down or whatnot, and just kind of get the flavors out of it, but you still get some of the alcohol flavor. So that's kind of what this is like, kind of like a whiskey that's been kind of diluted a little bit to get the full flavors out of it. And
kind of in the light now, I'm kind of getting like a reddish hue.
I was looking at it, and it almost gives you it's almost like a Coca-Cola color.
Like if you kind of hold it to a certain angle, to me it looks like there's like a reddish rim.
Yeah, it does have a red.
In
the light. So usually, what is it? Caramel type colors, I think, are. Is that going into black or is that more of a brown if it's caramel? And then if it's like got that deep amber red,
maybe like a really dark brown. Yeah, like a really dark brown. Because I mean, I don't think it's really jet black. I mean, I can still.
No.
It's.
I could pass.
If it was jet black, the head
with
on
the phone,
like
I said, I can put my phone up to it, and you could see the light through it.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, it's
it's got like a really dark. If you kind of look at it and tilt it at a certain angle, you can kind of see like a reddish hue. Dark.
That's
really
kind of the color the head would have been right there, if it was black.
Yeah. That head
they definitely hit it. They hit it wrong on their website because it's not jet black.
No.
Like I said, even when I poured it, it was almost like it's like a root beer Coca-Cola type.
Yeah,
color.
It was like a brownish color.
I was very surprised when the actual color of the beer.
It's very see-through too. I can't do it because I can't do.
Yeah, if you lean it,
I'm leaning it like this. I can see my finger perfectly clear.
Yeah, same with me. You can.
Yeah, if you tilt it back towards yourself and you look at that rim, you can see through it a bit.
Yeah, it's definitely not jet black, is what's a.
Definitely oily. I mean, I still got bubbles popping on the surface of this one.
Really? I don't have any bubbles. Mine's flat.
I do.
It's minimal. Yeah. Like I said, you can if you give it a swirl, it's really not going to regen. But you can hear it. I mean, it's still fizzy.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah.
like the ocean.
Is that the ocean in there? They're barrel aged. They barrel aged the ocean. Yeah, this is not for the faint of heart. If you're just getting in, look at that. You regenerated a head.
I can
Oh,
hear
it's like
it. It's
Rice
crispy. It
Krispies.
sounds like Rice
Yeah.
Krispie treats.
Yeah. Snap, crackle, pop.
I don't have any head regenerating on this one. Yeah, this is. Yeah, the flavors I think go pretty good. It's very.
This might kick Bourbon County in the dick.
Well, I would tell you, if I didn't have to work tomorrow, I might do that experiment to see what two of these would make me feel like in a row. But I have to work tomorrow, unfortunately. So
I'm not drinking my other one. Not today. No
5 years.
way, dude. I'm glad this held up because this was that bottle that I had questions about. And as soon as I popped it, I was like, I'm like, all right, we're golden.
I still have. I think I might buy another one of these actually because there's still a ton of them on the shelf.
Really?
If you do and you sit on them, eventually they'll be worth their weight in gold.
Yeah. Well, that's why I figured I'd buy more because I didn't buy more CBS when I could have.
Piece these out, $15 a piece.
Yeah, that
People
alcohol,
buy.
those vapors from that alcohol when you smell it, like now that it's warmed up.
Yeah.
It's like this is gonna sound bad, but it almost has like a nail polish remover type alcohol. But I mean,
It's high.
you
alcohol.
definitely know the alcohol is there for
Is
sure.
it acetane?
Yeah. You get that alcohol up front.
Now I'm getting it's like now I'm starting to pick up. It's more like leather, it's very very slight tobacco.
I think it was Matt from Massive Beer Reviews. He said that he liked the original Worldwide Stout more than this one. I've only had one Worldwide Stout, and I actually like this one more. I think that the Worldwide Stout I had, I think it was a 2000.
If you set two bottles down in front of me, and there was that one and this one,
yeah,
I'm probably gonna drink this one.
Oh, I've had the regular Worldwide Stout, and then they had the they don't do it anymore, but the vanilla oak aged one or whatever. And that one was. I thought the vanilla oak aged one blew the regular Worldwide Stout out the water.
Yeah,
but
I think the regular Worldwide Stout was more coffee forward, right?
Yeah, my label was all coffee beans on the outside.
But that vanilla one they did was fantastic. Yeah. I wish they would bring that back. So, Dogfish, if you're listening right now, bring it back.
Bring back Noble Rot too.
Yeah. Did you guys have any of the Fort or the Fruitful Fort or any of those?
I've had the Fruitful Fort. I can still get it. I think it's aged too. Purple label. I think it's got some.
It's style. You mean? I think it's a.
I've never had it, so I definitely don't.
I think it's a strong. Well, because the Fort was the original one. Then the newer version is the Fruitful Fort.
If you're looking for it, Bumpy, I can get it. It's on the shelf at my buddy's store.
I think it's a strong
ale. It's been there for a little bit, so it's got age on it.
Right.
If you're ever interested, it's spendy, obviously.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost any more than what these cost, but
yeah, it's yellow cap. I think they're
all $40.
Yeah. Well, if you ever feel like picking it up, I still have what I got to send you down. So still holding it hostage. I'm letting it collect some nice dust from up here.
Good news, my boss has on Monday.
Good news, you get to work by yourself.
No, things are starting to mellow out. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, so
at the moment, that ain't happening.
Any I don't know how much we can pull out of this one.
Yeah, I mean it's maybe I think the changes are when it starts to warm up, you start to get kind of that leather and molasses type note. I think is the biggest change. Some of that Robitussin for me has died down just a little bit. My nose is starting to get a little fuzzy.
You definitely feel it. You guys feel like a warming sensation?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go turn the heat off. Don't need
it. Your body turns on.
I mean, I'm just thinking of the score on this thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking of the score.
I don't know.
Fudge.
Swinging for the fences.
The chocolate's starting to taste like fudge to me now.
I'm not sure I get fudge. I mean, I still kind of get that baker's type chocolate on the back end.
I just take a very like small sip.
Yeah.
I only got it once. But
I'm not getting. See, it's not baker's chocolate on my end. It's something with that, like that vanilla and whatever.
Well, it's not like
chocolate.
yeah, it's like a dark. I guess it'd be like a dark chocolate. I'm not. It's not like a milk chocolate. I mean, there's still some sort of bitterness.
It's semi-sweet, maybe.
Yeah. That's it.
there is a bitterness to it though.
Yeah.
But it's not. Definitely not off-putting.
No. It's
It's
a
there.
I think it's like a
What they
woody.
say this was 70 IBUs. believe.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they said this is 70 IBUs.
Well, that was
What's your what's Bumpy's magic?
24.5 bittering units.
4.5.
24.5.
24.5. See,
Well, I know the 2021. Oh, no, that's the worldwide stout.
Are you drinking the 2020 version?
No, that's the worldwide. That's the world. That's the worldwide stout. So
there's nothing but a code on here, man.
I don't even have. That's interesting that you have.
No. It says at 2021. It says 2021 on the bottle on the side in the fine print there. There you go, boom, 2021.
Yeah. So on the side there, do you guys have all that stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have all that.
What's yours say for the bittering units? Right in that little
There's
thing
no.
there. It says
It doesn't say. What do you mean
down
on the label?
Oh, on where the bottle is, or like the independent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is. 24.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
OG.
These people get their shit together. Goddamn internet with their non-credible information.
OG 31.
Hmm.
What is this? 3.
Sam and Sam must have been drinking this when they were making up all the descriptions for the bottle.
Yeah, mine's 31.
They're writing in this is like 70 bitterness units.
That's the shit that I saw on the fucking damn internet. I don't know.
You never know.
That's weird.
Is that what Dogfish is? That's what Dogfish had. Website said.
Could have been last year's. I don't think I seen.
Well, I know that. Let's see.
I mean, this definitely it has more of a bitterness, but I mean, you got the malt profile. There's definitely darker malts in this, which can give that kind of acrid tone. So I think that adds to the way that the bittering tastes, because it definitely tastes more than 20 for a 17% alcohol beer. For this thing to be 24.5 bitterness units, you'd think it would be more cloyingly sweet.
Well, see, on their site, I'm on there now, and it says 17.3, and it says this jet black, rich and roasty beer is balanced with notes of espresso, cocoa, sherry, and vanilla that clocks in at 17.3.
I don't know. I was looking at that, and I think that's last year. But I didn't see I didn't see this come out last year.
I'm not getting sherry out of this, because that's always kind of vinegar like to me. I'm not getting vinegar.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the sherry, but
Yeah, 15 to 18%, 70 IBUs. Oh yeah, 20. That's the 2020 though.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they don't really have too much information on the 2021.
Well, maybe that's the thing. Maybe the one
Swinging
that
in the
Matt did, maybe
breeze.
that was the 2020 version and not the 2021. So if Matt from Massive Beer Reviews is watching this and I'm just misquoting you, I apologize.
John likes big stouts and he cannot lie. Oh, John.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've heard you say a couple lies. I don't think Santa Claus is coming this year.
I mean, unless they're doing the same recipes
Freaking
as
yes,
2020.
cold.
But you think they would have a little more information on the 2021 version, but
Right.
I guess they're just going off the 2020 version. But sherry, baby.
So, this
But,
brew by Dogfish Craft Brewery, Milton, DE, Berryville,
Delaware,
Pennsylvania, Cincinnati.
Are we going to do scores?
Yeah. So
I'm going to start thinking. I'll be
Yeah.
right.
I'm going to up for that 50 points
Okay.
thing.
We'll do a couple more sips and then everyone meditate on their scores.
Yeah, John.
I kind of have a general wheelhouse on the score, but I don't know.
I like it. Like I said, I think for as mellow as this is and as balanced as it is, even though it's pretty alcohol forward, this gives some of those big bad stats a run for its money any day of the week. And just the uniqueness of it. It's not I haven't seen it down here. None of this stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, thanks to Josh for hooking me up.
Yeah. Cheers, man.
Eat your heart out, John.
It's definitely. I mean, obviously it's not a pastry stout or anything like that. There's not a lot of adjuncts going on right here,
But yeah, and more initially when it was cold, it definitely did give me more of like a breakfasty feel. Like
but now that it warms up, I mean, mine was poured in the fridge at like 55, something like that, but in that room temperature for a while. So
don't get easier to drink the warmer it gets.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely, if you're getting into stouts, this is definitely one you would probably not want to drink for your first stout. It's very.
If you're not in the barrel game, I highly recommend you don't try this.
If this is your first ever like stout, like if you're getting the craft beer and this is like your first stout, like props to you. But yeah,
it's gonna scare you away from the dark beer.
I wouldn't say it's abrasive, but it's definitely. I mean, you know it's there.
Peanut butter filled pretzels. Let's see how it.
There you go. There's Snyder's. We're doing it. We're doing
Make a mark.
We're doing a food.
Nice salty, variety pretzel, peanut butter.
Now I'll take a sip of the beer.
Damn, dude, Bumpy almost killed his already.
Mm-hmm. I gotta
Somebody asked him been good tonight.
Is that saltiness from that pretzel pie? Is
Just let the heat out. Booze through the roof.
That was just like drinking like straight booze.
Oh,
exactly
no, it
ain't. It's hot and it's loud.
Peanut butter pretzels is not listed on that, so
yeah.
Yes.
So it amplified the alcohol.
Down here, like on mine, it's got like a chicken or a turkey drumstick, a piece of cake, ribs, and what appears to be a bowl of soup.
Yep.
Yeah, it's either a bowl of soup or hot porridge.
Pour it in your porridge. There you go.
I don't know if I'd want
to off right. A nice 17%.
This probably would go good with some ribs.
You think it'd be better if they put like maple in there? Because I knew you were doing the correlation between CBS, which...
Yeah. Well, at the very beginning, the first sip of this I got, I kind of tasted something that was similar to maple. It was some type of syrup action going on. So
I feel like CBS though well, the one that I had, the 17, had a more full body. Well, I guess medium to full body on the CBS one that I had, but
damn. Well, I'm ready. I'm ready for my score.
yeah.
I got to let the
Go for it.
pretzels kind of settle down. Taking another sip.
What's your score?
For this beer, I'm at a 98 out of 100.
Okay.
I like it. I think it's a good sipper. Have I had what I think better flavors out of different imperial stouts that were barrel aged out of something? Yes. Have I had one that was this high in ABV before for an imperial stout? No. I know you have, Josh, because you brought the
Yeah.
19% or whatever. But
22 was that chocolate rain or 21 or 22 from the brewery. The chocolate rain was the highest one I've had. Miscellaneous.
I think I think I'm right there with him. The only thing to knock is that there's a thinner body to it, but it actually works with this. And I think I'm gonna kick it up a notch and give it I'll give it a 99. It's fantastic. Definitely world class beer. Like I said, I definitely think this can run it with some of the bigger companies like Goose Island, your CBS's, some of these iconic beers that people stand by and get so much hype. I mean, and it is a rare occasion to sip on one of these, so that definitely adds to the ambiance of it.
yeah.
So.
Yes, it's definitely up there.
I have to say, because I did eat the pretzels, I got that big shot of that alcohol note. My last sip of this beer, I got green apple.
That's a savage.
Oh.
What happened? You got what?
Green apple notes.
Oh.
At least it wasn't green pepper.
Peanut butter pretzels and Utopia.
Well, maybe I guess that's salt from the pretzel.
Yeah, maybe that's part of that wood flavor because there's Johnny Walker green, I believe it is, that kind of has a green apple flavor to me. I think it comes from the oak.
John.
Well, you want a shot at that? You might have to join the off air.
Green apple. John, why are you so hostile? So score wise for me, I think I'm kind of right on there with miscellaneous. I'm gonna give it a 99. This is very well balanced. Obviously you get the alcohol, but like the notes that you get out of it, you get the dark fruits kind of, and then you get the vanilla. But as it kind of warms up, it kind of gets a little bit sweeter. It's a nice body. I think if it was full body, it might be, like Bumpy was saying, it might be not undrinkable, but it'd be pretty hard to get down if you had something like this that was like pastry stout, like full body, like super thick. I think they nailed it with the body on this one and just the flavors all together. But yeah, if anyone out there sees the
it's definitely worth $40 a 4-pack.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy. Like I said, I'll go buy another 4-pack of it as long as it's still there next week. But I'm not sure if all these. There might be a bunch of people that watch your show, Josh, from New Hampshire. They sure don't watch my show.
With the projections that Cabaco Carlos had, I mean.
But yeah, I guess we'll do the shout outs now, and then we'll end it after that. So Bumpy, get your shout outs there.
All right. Well, I'll start it off with the live show because that's coming up on Monday. Excuse me. Alcohol. It's my new show. It's going to be the 3rd episode of New Brew. So basically, to get up on panel, just bring a beer that you've never had before. It can be any style of beer, any brewery. It can be a brewery that you drink all their beers, but they just put out a new one, and maybe it's a different variant of an IPA that you really like. It's just as long as it's one that you've never had before, and then it's a different show of beer tasting. It's a little bit more laid back. It's less of the whole kind of what we did tonight, sitting here and just talking about aromas and flavors. You can get that in. We do have the free for all thing going, but a little bit more like our off airs where we're just kind of all talking, and then I'll throw out some questions here and there for the panel members to answer. It seems to be working okay so far, so check out that show if you haven't seen it yet. New Brew, Bumpy Road Brewery. It's my channel, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then I just have Wednesdays and Fridays I put out my 50-point inspection videos where I take a beer and do the full inspection on it with, telling about smells, tastes, whatever I'm getting at it, aromas, tastes, flavors, put a score to it. And yeah, that's that. And maybe someday I'll brew again. Maybe.
One day. Well, thank you, Bumpy, for coming by. Appreciate
thanks for having me here.
For sure.
All right. Well, shout outs we're going to give some shout outs to the crew. All right. So Beerman's Beer and Cheese is going to be Tuesday at 8 o'clock Eastern. Any beer, any cheese this week, preferably something crafty, would be greatly appreciated. Other than that, Wednesday he's going to have another show as well called I Like Your Style. This month is porters, so that'll be at 6 o'clock Eastern Wednesday. Bring any style of porter that you can get your hands on. Doesn't matter. Just got to say porter on it. Yeah, obviously I don't know what Food Friday is. Like I never do.
Fruitcake.
Oh boy, ain't going to that one. Yeah, go to Food Friday at Alex's.
Cheers, Jules.
Cheers, Jules. Yeah, fruitcake and beer. Interesting.
Or whatever.
Classy.
Bring liquor, I guess, maybe, or
I don't know. Yeah. Anything to choke that fruitcake down.
I saw a fruitcake today. It's like at least 2-3 pounds.
They're hefty, dude. Bitty sons
Yeah.
of bitches there. Other than that, Stout Sunday is going to be at 10:30 Eastern on John and Nellie's channel. As far as I know, I'm not aware of him going out of town or anything crazy happening to
Not
him.
yet.
So it should be on his show tomorrow. Yeah, other than that, Thursday night beer session with me. I'm going to run that. It's going to be 8 o'clock Eastern. Bring 4 different products. Only thing I can advise, and I always tell everybody, check those fucking dates, man. It's all about the date. Greg Puckett said it best. That's pretty much it, you know?
Yeah, because you got that one that you had
Drain
Thursday
for it.
that was.
Yeah, drain poured it.
Yeah.
Yep. I still gotta go talk to the guy about a thing.
You got one can of that, right?
Yeah, I only bought one can of that.
Yeah. Check those dates, everybody. Thanks, Miscellaneous. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. As for me, I mean, last beer, new channel. I go live. I was live last night. I haven't done an official, well, besides this one, examination.
Check out a slideshow video.
Yeah, I haven't done an official like standalone beer review yet, but it's coming in the works. That's what's coming up. I'm not sure when I'm going to do that. Maybe next week. Got to get some video editing type software or some shit like that. But maybe I'll just go off the cuff and just go
that shit.
make a video and upload it and see how it goes. But other than that, Philly Crooker 87 on Instagram is where I post most of my beers. Just pictures and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't really have a lot of shout outs. I think everyone kind of shouted everyone out. So yeah. Thanks to my panel members. Thanks to everyone in the chat. Everyone stopping by, saying their hellos. John and Ellie, Carlos, Jules, Theo, Thrash. Bumpy was in the chat. Mark A. So, Joey, Square Table Degenerates. Everyone go follow
Shout
his
out to him, man. That
yeah,
interview he did with the
Carol.
Mountie ex wrestler.
Yeah.
Name properly, but yeah, that got a bunch of recognition. Cheers to him, man.
Yeah. Everyone. Well, most of it.
And don't forget Grace.
Yeah, don't forget Grace. Grace is hopefully going to start her own.
Smokes. You can send your money to Josh's PayPal.
She actually had two of these beers so far, so she's kind of feeling a little bit. So.
She is one of the larger head cats I've seen.
Better gal than I am.
Tiger.
She's telling me to go get more smokes.
There
She
ain't no
ran out of
reason to drink
smokes.
two of those back to back.
Come on now. But anyways, thanks to everyone stopping by. Thanks to my, like I said, panel members. Cheers to the chat. And happy Saturday. And we're going to end it on this note. Cheers, everybody.
See ya.